Hello everyone. And now we're going to get into Chapter 9, Example 2. Now this one is actually just a rehash of Example 9.1, but with different units. So what we had before was we had a bar, looks something like this, and it was under a load. Now in this case, the load has just changed and the units have changed. So instead of having a 2-inch bar, we have a 50 millimeter by 50 millimeter bar, which is actually roughly 2 inches by 2 inches. And instead of having a load of 95 kilopounds, we have a load of 400 kilonewtons. The last time I did convert this time I'm not going to, because I'm going to teach you a magical trick. Actually, no, I will convert it, but there are some magical tricks you can do with units here. Now, the setup is all exactly the same. We want to know the stress. So given P equals 400,000 newtons, find the stress. Okay, so solve. So stress is equal to our load over the area. Remember, just because you see it twice does not mean it's times 2. It's just 400 kilonewtons. So we can plug that in. And our area is fairly easy to calculate. It's the area of a square, and so it's just length times height, length times width. We're going to determine those are. That'll be 50 millimeters times 50 millimeters, which comes out to be 2,500 millimeters squared. Now, I'm not going to bother switching this to meters squared. I'm going to leave it as is for a reason we'll see later. Now, I plug all this into my original equation. Stress is equal to 400,000 newtons over 2,500 millimeters squared. Now, if you've checked your units on what conversion sheet I was giving you at the beginning of the semester, you probably see pressure. And that pressure, in metric at least, is measured in pascals. Well, a pascal is a Newton per meter squared. So our units are wrong. This is not a pascal right here. This is some sort of like kilopascal maybe, or megapascal. Well, we're going to figure out what that is right now. This is a little shortcut here. I'll teach you that 1 Newton per millimeter squared is equal to a megapascal. How does that work? Well, the way that works is the following. Do I want to show this to you? I will do. Okay. So 2,500 millimeters squared. If I want to convert that to meters squared, I do that there are 1,000 times 1,000 millimeters squared in 1 meter squared. Which in the case of our current problem means that I get to cancel. If I'm going to do this, I can say that it's equal to 400,000 newtons over 2.5 times 10 to the negative third meters. Okay, that's pretty dang small, isn't it? So small. Now, if I want to make things a little bit simpler, I can kind of simplify and say that's going to be equal to 400 million on the top over 2.5. Okay. And if we have this, that will become equal to 160 megapascals. We could have saved a whole lot of time and effort if we had just used our original setup and remembered that this right here, Newton per millimeter squared, that's equal to a megapascal. So don't forget this. You want to write it down, put it in your notes somewhere, that 1 Newton per millimeter squared is equal to a megapascal. Other things to remember is that you have to be very careful that when you're writing free body diagrams or you see these pictures, that even though it shows 2 arrows here, it's still just 400 kilonewtons. It's the same force shown on both sides. You don't add the 2 together. Okay, I hope this made sense, and I look forward to seeing all of you soon. Look forward to my next example. Have a good day.